What's up? What's up? What's going on, people? Uh, I'm gonna go back when I'm done and get the title out of the video that I actually put in there, and I'm gonna put the right title in there. But anyway, let's talk about. We're gonna talk about several things. And it's geared toward Esau. When you go into, like, let's say like in Family Dollar. I mean, not Family Dollar. I just left, well, Dollar Tree. I just left, not Dollar Tree. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I just left out of Family Dollar, not too. No, wait, not Family Dollar, but Fred's. But earlier I did go to Dollar Tree. Now in Dollar Tree, and there was a lady behind me, a young lady, and when the man told her what the price were for, it was like a microwave, a dinner, something like you put in a microwave, and I'm like, what the hell? And I was like backing her up, like, and it was a so-called white man. It was ringing both of us up, and I said, what the hell? I'm like, they want that too? It's like they robbing the hell out of you, you know? And it's like almost like they use certain things to their advantage. Of course, they know you got to survive and they know you got to live and stuff like that. But it's like they use it to their advantage in a bad way, not for your good, but for their good. Who profit it more? The so-called white man. I know a lot of people don't like to say that, but the truth in the matter is, it is what it is. Shit. And when I was thinking, I said, when they do our people something, and when I see them doing my people something, it offends me because I'm a product of the people I'm a product of my people that they oppress. Of course, I'm gonna feel some type of way. If it's one of my brothers, doesn't matter how you look, as long as you're a brother, you know, and your spirit can bear witness to it, to oppression. Like you know, like when you go in the stores and stuff, they charge you for a whole lot for certain things. I know, not certain things, but really the simplest things, you know. And it's just crazy. It's crazy out here, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It was something. It was some other stuff that I wanted to blend in with what I was talking about. But our people are willing to, like, they had a girl back there another day. It was about a couple of days ago. She said, well, you got to do what you got to do, and this and that and the third. So I said, basically, what she was telling me, she's compromising and she just gonna be a slave. So I just said, well, I tell you one thing, that ain't not, anytime you got to kiss ass for a so-called white man, or Esau, the so-called white man, that ain't God. A lot of things God don't, that we say or we put God in it, God don't be in a lot of this stuff. And that's where they get you at. They say, oh, well, okay, we're gonna get them. Because you have to understand, Esau is an eagle. It's like they's a predator. The Bible described them as an eagle. An eagle is a predator like. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they are. So when they look at us, they know we're gonna have that mindset. They know we're gonna have that mindset. So that's why they like, okay, we're gonna use it to our advantage. Just like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is about the slaughter of the Native Americans, our people. And if you want to learn like the brother was saying on here, if you want to learn from the Native Americans. Take that as a warning sign. Never trust your enemy, because the Native Americans definitely can relate to our people being slaughtered. You see what I'm saying? They can definitely tell you the scheme, the trick, and everything. They can tell you all of that. Yeah, they can tell you everything. Yeah, so, and our people doesn't hop right on the bandwagon with them. They hate their own people as much as Esau hate us. You talking about racism in the family? Racism is in our community bad. Racism is in our community as at its worst. It's no different from Esau community. Yeah, it's no different. You want to talk about racism and racists? Woo! You can't tell the difference, not you. You go into our community, it's just like you amongst Esau. You know, it is. Because our people have that same spirit up on them. So when they say never trust your enemy, shit, our people is conditioned by those people, the Esau. So therefore, it's talking about our people too. You can't trust them. Why? Why am I interpreting it that way? I'm not saying that they're not the enemy, the natural enemy, but they are trained to be the natural enemy. The spirit of Esau is on them. And when you tell our people about the spirit of Esau, shit, hell, they hate you. I seen a black, so-called black man, and I'm just looking, and I said, I seen him there with a so-called white woman, and the woman wasn't even all that damn beautiful at all. She wasn't even beautiful at all. Fat as hell. You see what I'm saying? And it's just, why you won't get you nothing like in your own race, you know? Deal with the women of our race. Deal with the women of our race. Bill Cosby and all them should be enough, like a warning sign. But our people have what is called, I said it months ago, Stockholm Syndrome. Our people hate their own people and love the hell out of Esau. We ain't never had no justice, never. We don't know what it's like. Look, if you look in their neighborhood over there, you know they living damn good. They living better than us. They ain't got no problem. They not liking and no resources. Most of us got to walk miles. You remember years ago they had the little gravel road, and you had to walk down from your house and the church was like right down the streets, all them different places. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about, like decades ago, where you walk right down the streets from your house to the church, or if you didn't do that, you walk right down from the streets to the store on a gravel road going to the store. And a lot of people would try to tell you why you living back in the 70s and 80s. No, it's still the same. We got shackles. We don't have no physical shackles on our head and ankles. Physically, we don't. But mentally and emotionally, we still got them. Our thinking, and to an extent, we still ain't free. No matter how much we think we free, we not free. If you think I'm lying, one challenge for you. One challenge. Get out here on this highway with no driver's license and drive your car with no driver's license. Get out here and drive your car with no driver's license. Get out here and drive your car with no driver's license and see what the hell gonna happen. You're gonna find out just how free you is. Now, some of y'all are saying in y'all mind, well, that's common sense. Ain't no such thing as common sense, it's understanding. The Most High say, has ears to hear, let him hear. He didn't say he that have common sense. He said he that have ears, not common sense, but ears to hear. Let him hear, because when you have ears to hear, meaning that understand what I'm fixing to tell you. That's what that means when you talk about the ears. It's talking about get an understanding. So, well, that's the law. You know you can't walk out here and get on the road and with no driver's license or something. That's the law and all that kind of stuff. And then this is where I challenge them at. Well, how did the white man get this country? They stole it, right? They stole this country. So if they stole this country, what make you think they're gonna be honest and tell you the truth when it comes to the Bible? They took things out the Bible and made it their own and stole our book and then gave it back to us in lies and told us it's okay to serve and love your enemy. They took that part. Now think about it. If the so-called white man got us in slavery, if he got our people enslaved, do you think they're going to tell you all the whole truth? They're going to tell you, they're going to take some parts out of there, out of context, because in slavery, they didn't give you nothing in the full context, because the purpose of slavery was to confine you. You're restricted to certain things. You're restricted to certain type of resources, right? You're restricted. So if they restrict you from certain things, that's telling you right there is that they're gonna give you some lies, because that's the purpose of slavery, is to feed you lies. It's to make you think certain things. When the Bible says love your enemy, it's not talking about the enemy of a non-Israelite who is killing our people. It's talking about the enemy of our own people. It's to love them. That's what that's going into. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me stop it right here. Hold on. For the music's sake. Hold on. All right, I had to turn it off because I just want to make sure that the music, I might have to turn it off when I get up here, because they got music probably up there somewhere. Because I think I hear some beep, some boom, like some boom box music. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it off just in case. Okay, I had to make sure that I was away from the music back there because they had some cars that had music and they'll get you for copyright and so on and so forth. So that's why I end up turning it off, turn the mic off because I had to mute it because of I didn't want to get no no copyright, none of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know why they would be debating over the Bible whether it's an anti-fraud book anyway. Because if it's an anti-fraud book, why would it tell you never trust your enemy? They like to me, they took all that out. They'd have totally they would have abandoned the Bible if they trying to say it's an anti fraud book or African book or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Why would it tell you you're above all people and every other nation just below you? And then the reason why we came below the other, hold on, let me turn, hold on. Okay, I had to make sure it wasn't no music. Okay, if it's the Bible's an anti-African fraud book or whatever they want to say, which that's what they're saying. Why is it that when you look around, it's so much you can see the simplest things and see that there's hate, so much hate in Israel. When I say Israel, I'm talking about in the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. I'm not talking about every other community. If the Bible is an anti-fraud book, hey, what's up? All right. If the Bible is an anti-fraud book, why would it told you, it says you gonna the love of many will wax cold, many shall hate one another, many shall betray one another. Why would that, if that book is such a fraud anti-book or whatever, why would everything that's coming to pass, when you go and you look in the Bible and you read the Bible and you see it's written in the Bible, and they want to say the Bible is man-made, and I've been hearing that for years. And how do you know if the information that you've been given to you is true information? All you know is that somebody wrote something and then turned around and passed it down and gave it to you, and then you accepted it as a book, as the Bible, quote unquote Bible. That's what they'll say. You know what I mean? And then they passed it down and gave it to them, and then the people that read it to you, then they turn around and read it to their children. And then when their children got older, they learned what you taught them, and then they read it and reread it, and they had children and passed it on and taught it and read it to their children. So here's the answer that I would give them. Okay, if all the stuff that these people are saying coming to pass, because it says holy men, it was written by them. Now, why would the information is coming to pass? You see what I'm saying? It's coming to pass. So somebody, even though it was passed down, somebody had to, the original person, which was our ancestors, that had the Bible and had the book, it had to be true. You see what I'm saying? Just like today, I grew up to where I see mothers, women, they have children. Then they get grown and have children, and they become a grandmother. And then their children have children, and then go out and don't take care of their children. I seen the cycle happen. So if you want to try to say, if you're saying that the Bible is an anti-fraud book, or whatever you want to call it, and it was just something that information that was just given to us, and it was just passed down as fairy tales, then you gotta Also think about, okay, just like my mother, uh, she raised her grandchildren, right? Now, her children, grandkids, and gotten older, got children. I'm just using it as an example. They, in essence, whatever what they mother did, they are repeating the cycle of their mother. So you can't look at that and say, oh, well, even though your niece throw your kids off on your on his great grandma, you can't look at that and say that's real. What's going on? It would be impossible to deny it because I seen it happen. You see what I'm saying? So if you see things like simple things like that unfold before your eyes, and you be like, well, where did his niece get that from? Well, his niece mother done the same thing when she was younger to her mother, and his niece now is doing the same thing to uh let's say her mother. She did it to her grandma. Now she's doing it to, I mean, to her great grandma. Say, I'm gonna bring the kid and I'm the child and I'm gonna drop him off at my great grandmother's house. It's a cycle. What I'm trying to say is, so what I'm trying, the picture that I'm trying to paint is that we talking about things that was passed down. They trying to prove to be anti-fraud, right? If it's anti-fraud, that means all these generation genetics of curses that's passed down from forefathers to foreparents to four aunties from third, fifth, five generations. You can't look at that and say, oh, well, how do you know that that's really true what they're going through? It could be a fake. How is it a fake made up when you see it, actually see it in real life? They do everything they can to try to disprove the Bible, but you see everything then actually come to pass. Just like us living in neighborhoods like this here. See where it says no, the grass is not cut and stuff like that there. All of this is actually a prophecy that that would happen. Many will betray one another. Do we get along as neighbors up in here? Guess what? No. Our neighbors, most of the time, even now, even though they may speak to you or whatever, but we not cool. We not really close to one another like that. It ain't like, okay, anytime you need me, I'm gonna look it out for you, bro. I'm looking out for you. Hey, what's up? Well, how y'all day been? Oh man, it's good, man. Y'all can come over here and chill with us and have a good time or whatever. No, because if even though we all neighbors and we supposed to know each other up in here, we don't like each other. You know what I mean? It's like everybody up in here, they stay to themselves. So you do y'all know that that itself within itself is a prophecy. So you tell me that Bible ain't real. That book is real. I don't give a damn what nobody tell you. I can take the simplest thing and prove to you that that book, the Bible, is real, partner. Because you know how I know? You can't go to either one of these neighbors up in here and go up in here and just chill and say I want to cool, I want to kick it with y'all and have fun and stuff. No, you can't do that. They're gonna look at you like, what, get your ass away from me. You better get the hell away from me. You know, that's how it is. You see what I'm saying? We not cool with each other like that. We just not. You know why? Because it goes back to Deuteronomy. You'll see all this in Deuteronomy 28. It's fulfilling. So if that Bible, if that book is a lie, why do you see all the separation in here right now? Nobody can sit up here and prove to me or try to disprove to me that that Bible is a fake book when I'm looking at real reality, because it tells you that clearly that these things will happen. And if you can't see through that, you don't have to be a genius to figure that out. Then something is wrong with you. Matter of fact, I, you know what? I might try to purposely do something one day, purposely try to talk to our people. Say, let me show y'all something. And just to give you an example to show you that that Bible is true, the one that they saying is an anti-fraud African book, and that book is a false book or whatever, you can take the simplest things to prove and know that that book is real. Can't nobody tell me nothing different, partner. That book is real, partner. When you get out here in the world out here, you're gonna find out quick how real that book is. You're gonna find out, I guarantee you, you ain't gonna be able to come back and say, well, it's not a fraud. Now, some people will try to say, well, you got some information in there that's accurate and truth and this and that and the third. No, the Bible says the whole book, because if you see the simplest things that are going on right now, that lets you know how can everything else in there be a lie? No. Didn't it say disobedient to parents, unthankful? This know in the last days that perilous times shall come when men will be lovers of their own selves, boasters, proud, lovers of their own selves. Don't people they have a they only they selfish and they all for themselves. Do you see that today? Do you see neighbors helping each other? Hey, look, uh, can I what can I do to help you get your car on the road? Anything. I'm just making up something. No, you can't do that. They gonna come around you and ask you, hey, you want to sell your car? You want to sell it? That's all you hear. You don't. Oh, let me help y'all get that on the road. It's like everybody want to come around. Oh, you want to sell you want to sell it? You got to pay attention to the simplest things so that you know. That's all they're gonna ask you. They ain't gonna be concerned about, hey, what can I do to help you? No. And I'm just showing you that that book is truth. It's all of this is fulfilling prophecy in the Bible. All right, I'll be back. Let me close it out.